Sophia Martinez had been saving lives in ambulances for 15 years. But when she discovered who the Hollywood star was that she rescued that night, she had to face her own past. Because the man in the accident was the father who had abandoned her. When the clock showed 2:47 a.m. in Los Angeles, the curves of Mulholland Drive were as silent as death. Sophia Martinez was at the wheel of her ambulance with her partner Jake on a routine night patrol. At 32 years old, Sophia had been doing this job for 15 years and had saved thousands of lives. "Quiet night," Jake said, sipping coffee from his thermos. "Nobody should be out at this hour." Sophia smiled. "Don't jinx it. You know, after saying it's quiet." Just then, the radio crackled. "Unit 47, major accident on Mulholland Drive. Vehicle has rolled down cliff. Trapped victim. Emergency." Sophia turned on the siren and hit the gas. "Thanks for jinxing it, Jake." When they arrived at the scene, they were confronted with a horrific sight. A luxury Mercedes had veered off the road and was mangled on the rocks 30 meters below. The car was upside down, smoking from everywhere. "God," Jake said, "nobody could survive from that depth." But Sophia was already grabbing her equipment and starting to climb down. "Come on, Jake, someone might be alive." When they approached the car, they saw the driver was still conscious. A middle-aged man, bloody but awake. The car's deformation had trapped him. "Sir, can you hear me?" Sophia called out, looking through the car window. The man spoke with difficulty. Yes, I can't feel my leg." "Stay calm, we'll get you out," Sophia said in her professional voice. "What's your name?" Daniel Cross." Sophia's hand froze. Daniel Cross. That name sounded familiar, but she didn't have time to think about it now. She had to save this man's life. Until the firefighters arrived, Sophia continued talking to Daniel to keep him conscious. "Daniel, keep talking to me. Do you have family? We can notify them." Daniel's eyes filled with tears. "I don't have family. Many years ago, I lost them." Sophia's heart ached. Every person she saved had a story, but the pain in this man's voice was different. "Sometimes it's not too late," Sophia said gently. "People can forgive." Daniel looked at her. This paramedic woman's voice sounded very familiar, but in this situation, his head was too foggy. After a 2-hour rescue operation, they transported Daniel to the hospital. He had serious injuries but was out of life-threatening danger. After Sophia handed him over to the emergency room, she was writing her report. "Who was the patient?" Jake asked. Sophia looked at the computer screen. "Daniel Cross. He's a famous actor. Do you know him from Midnight Storm?" Jake's eyes widened. "Wow, we saved a Hollywood star." But something else was bothering Sophia. Daniel Cross. Where did she know that name from? When she got home, she opened her laptop and searched for Daniel Cross. When she saw the photos that came up, her heart stopped. That face was familiar, very familiar. While looking at old photos, she suddenly remembered. Daniel Cross was actually Daniel Cruz, and Daniel Cruz was her father's name. Sophia pulled out old family photos. She looked at the photo taken with her father when she was 5 years old. The same man. 27 years later. But definitely the same man. "My God," she whispered. "Dad." Sophia couldn't sleep that night. She remembered that day 27 years ago. At 5 years old, watching her father pack his suitcase. "Daddy, where are you going?" little Sophia had asked. "I'm going for work, Princesita. Very important business." "When will you come back?" Her father had hugged her. "As soon as possible. You be a big girl, help your mom." But he never came back. Her mother Maria had told Sophia for years that her father was dead. But the truth was different. Daniel had gone to Los Angeles to become famous and left his family behind. As Sophia grew up, she tried to soothe the pain of being fatherless by helping others. That's why she decided to become a paramedic. Saving people meant rescuing them from the feeling of abandonment. And now fate had made her save her father. The next day, Sophia went to the hospital. She wanted to visit Daniel, but didn't know how to explain it. When she entered Daniel's room, the man was sleeping. Sophia looked at him for a long time. He had aged, but he was still the father she loved as a child. Daniel opened his eyes. "Oh, you're the paramedic who saved me, aren't you?" Yes, Sophia Martinez. Sophia hesitated when saying her name. She hadn't used the Cruz name because she had taken her mother's new husband's surname. Thank you. You saved my life. Daniel's voice was sincere. Sophia approached him. I want to ask you something. Is your real name Daniel Cross? Daniel was surprised. Why do you ask? Because I knew someone named Daniel Cruz. Daniel's face paled. I took a stage name many years ago. I was Daniel Cruz. Sophia's breath caught. Were you ever married? Did you have children? Daniel's eyes filled with tears. Yes, I had a daughter, Sophia, but I lost them many years ago. You didn't lose them, Sophia said, trembling. You abandoned them. Daniel froze. What? What do you mean? Sophia pulled out the old photo from her pocket, the photo of herself at 5 years old with her father. Because that girl is me. I'm Sophia, your daughter. Daniel looked at the photo and his world collapsed. No, this isn't possible. 27 years ago, you left us to go to Hollywood. Mom told me you were dead because she couldn't tell the truth. Daniel's cheeks were wet with tears. Sophia, my little Sophia. I'm not little anymore, Sophia said in a harsh tone. I'm 32 years old. I grew up without a father for 27 years. Daniel tried to sit up in bed. Sophia, please, can I explain? Explain. I've been waiting for 27 years. Daniel took a deep breath. I was very young and stupid. I was 25 years old. I wanted to be an actor so badly, but I had no chance in Texas. Sophia listened, her anger and curiosity mixed. A producer called me to Los Angeles, said it was a big opportunity. I thought that if I succeeded, I would bring you too. I thought it would be temporary, but you never came back. The first year was very difficult. I couldn't make money, got small roles. I wasn't in a position to bring you to me. Then things started to improve, but it was too late. Daniel swallowed. I called your mother. She was very angry with me. She didn't want to put you on the phone. She said, my daughter doesn't know you anymore. Leave us alone. Sophia's heart tightened. Mom didn't tell me this. And I gave up. I thought maybe it was better this way. You would be happier without me. Happy? Sophia exploded. I cried every night wondering why my daddy wouldn't come. I envied every child playing with their father. The reason I became a paramedic was because of you, to not make others experience the pain you caused me. Daniel was crying now. I'm so sorry, Sophia. I regret it every day. Sophia looked at him for a long time. 27 years of anger, pain, and longing all clashed in her heart at once. You know what? Sophia said, with a strange calmness in her voice. The night you had the accident, I saved you. The irony is this. The man who abandoned me owes his life to me. Daniel hung his head. I know. I think it's fate. Fate? Sophia laughed bitterly. This is the result of your own choices. You abandoned us, and I chose to save people. You became famous, and I focused on keeping others safe. There was a long silence. Sophia, Daniel said very slowly, I don't deserve to ask for your forgiveness. But do you know what I want? Sophia waited. I want to know you, the real you, this strong, brave woman. Even if I didn't know you were my daughter, when I saw you last night, I respected you. You became a much better person than me. Sophia turned to the window. Los Angeles's night view stretched before her. Daniel, she said, you may be my father, but you're not the person who raised me. Do you understand this difference? I understand. When I was growing up, I always thought, what would my father say if he were here? Now you're in front of me, but you're no longer the father in my imagination. You're a real stranger. Daniel's face crumpled with pain. But, Sophia continued, this doesn't mean I can't give you a second chance. Daniel looked at her in amazement. I'm someone who saves people, Daniel. You look like someone who needs saving. Not just physically. Months passed. Daniel recovered, but his life completely changed. He and Sophia began having weekly meetings, first at the hospital, then in cafes, in parks. The first meetings were difficult. Sophia was distant, and Daniel didn't know what to say. 27 years of separation couldn't be bridged easily. But over time, both of them changed. Daniel saw what a strong woman Sophia had become. As he discovered her courage, resilience, and empathetic personality, he was ashamed of his past choices. Sophia saw that her father was truly sorry. She understood that his abandonment was not just selfishness, but also a result of fear. "You know what?" Sophia said one day. "Your leaving me made me strong. Maybe this was supposed to happen." Daniel was surprised. "How so?" "If you had been there, maybe I wouldn't have been so independent. Maybe I wouldn't have felt the need to save people. Maybe we wouldn't be sitting here talking now." A year later, it was Sophia's birthday. She was turning 33. Daniel wanted to surprise her. He went to the fire station where Sophia worked and organized a small party with the entire team. "Sophia," Daniel said in front of everyone, "33 years ago, a beautiful girl came into this world. I was that girl's father, but I didn't raise her. She raised herself and became a wonderful woman." There was an emotional silence. Today is not just her birthday. It's also a rebirth day for both of us, because we both changed after that accident. Sophia's eyes filled with tears. "I'm learning to be a father." She learned to forgive her daughter. "This isn't easy, but it's worth it." Sophia approached him. "Dad," she said. She was using this word for the first time. Daniel's chest swelled. "Thank you," Sophia said. "Not for abandoning me, for coming back." 2 years later, Daniel changed his career. He was no longer just chasing money and fame. He opened an acting school for young people, but his real purpose was to give them life lessons. "Success," he would tell his students, "is not worth losing your family. I made this mistake. Don't you make it." Sophia also changed. She was still a paramedic, but now she had a different perspective. When looking at each person she saved, she thought about them having a family too. And every night when she came home, she received a message from her father. "Good night, Princess Sita. I love you." These simple messages were enough to fill the 27-year void. The accident that happened on Mulholland Drive that night had changed the lives of two people forever. One was a famous actor, the other a paramedic. One who abandoned, the other who was abandoned. But fate brought them together again. And this time, both were different people. Daniel learned that real success was loving people and being loved by them. Sophia learned that forgiveness doesn't end pain, but creates love in its place. This story teaches us: no mistake is too big to be remedied. No separation lasts forever. And sometimes the people who hurt us the most are the ones who make us the strongest. That night, Sophia didn't just save one life. She saved two lives, her father's and her own, because sometimes saving someone means saving yourself. If this story awakened hope in you too, remember, forgiveness is not a sign of weakness, but of strength. And family doesn't mean lost forever once it's lost. Stay with love and never give up.